final thing, because I don't want to keep you all day. This has been a wonderful conversation. You know, I've been saying this on stage lately. Release the Epstein files. Release the UFO files. We already know. All we want to know is, are we right or completely right? That's all we want to know. How right are we? We don't need you to tell us who's involved in JFK assassination. We know. We just want to know, how right were we? The UFOs. Is it okay? Maybe there's a little bit with UFOs. Is it angels, demons, from another planet, or U.S. government? I have my opinions. A little bit of angels, demons, a lot of bit of U.S. government. That's my opinion.
We're on the same page. Yeah, we're exactly on the same page.
We just want to know, are we right or are we totally right? That's all. You're not going to tell us anything that we're not going to be like, oh my God, my world is shattered. Nobody cares. Just, are we right or are we totally right? That's all we want to know. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think of it, you should get Stephen Bassett on. Stephen Bassett, one of the top UFO disclosures. In fact, I think he ran for Congress, and this was his campaign, to get UFO disclosure. And he's really been behind the scenes pushing for congressional hearings and so forth. And he's brought a lot of interesting whistleblowers to the Washington Press Gallery, the press club there, and so forth. But Bassett thinks that we could see official disclosure, that is, the president of the United States acknowledging the existence of extraterrestrials within the next, say, 100 days. And he walks through all of the reasons, all of the signs pointing to this, including Don Jr. having, I think he had Luis Elizondo and some other UFO whistleblower on his podcast, and saying, that doesn't happen without Trump's knowledge, maybe even without Trump's sort of approval. So all signs, he says, are pointing to some kind of a statement in the next 100 days. We'll see.
And what do you think that statement would say if you had to guess?
I think he would probably say that we are experiencing incursions. We don't know what these things are. They're not ours. Some of them are not ours. They're not our adversaries. We don't know whether they're extraterrestrial or not. We can't say that definitively, but there's something going on. I think that would be sort of the starting off point, and then it's not going to all come tumbling out of his mouth all in one shot, but it's going to be kind of, from that point on, an official acknowledgement that yes, we are being visited by something. These are crafts. They're not ours. They're not China's. They're not Russia's. Then really the heavy digging, the heavy lifting starts. Then maybe we start to see serious hearings. I mean, listen, did anyone think 5 years ago we would have someone conducting a serious investigation about, the childhood vaccine schedule and its links to autism and so forth? So, I mean, at this point, all bets are off. Why not? I mean, we've had some UFO hearings already, but I think those are going to intensify. And I think Trump is going to be serious in, demanding that certain agencies, maybe they've been off the books, no congressional oversight, even the president, doesn't have access. I think he's going to start rooting those out, and we're going to see some pretty amazing things maybe during this term. When Stephen Bassett says official disclosure, I don't think he's going to say, we're being visited by little green men from Mars or wherever. But it's going to be an acknowledgement that yes, what you're seeing in the sky is real. We're going to call them UFOs. They're not ours. They're not China's. What they are, well, that's where we begin now our journey. Let's figure out what they are and who they are and where they're from and what they want.
I'm in. I agree with you, and I think it's an amazing time to be alive. Shane Cashman said, you can be excited about what Doge is doing and also be worried about a digital prison coming. You could have those feelings at the same time. It doesn't have to be one or the other. You can be like, we need to audit the IRS. If those agents owe $50 million, why are they coming after us? Right? We can audit FEMA. We can audit the Fed. These are things we do while at the same time going, okay, PayPal Mafia, chill.
Exactly.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having people like Derek Brose and Whitney Webb telling us, don't get too excited about this. I think you'd have both of those at the same time. Johnny, what was that face?
No, I mean, it's just a little dark that living your life that way. But yeah, I'm with you.
No, I just think you should be cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Enjoy it in the moment, but understand something may be coming. The other shoe may drop.
Right.
So I think that's important. Richard, I love talking to you. Anytime, door open to you. Anytime you want to come on. Can you tell our listeners one more time where they can find you?
All right. The podcast Strange Planet drops 3 days a week, strangeplanet.ca. You can subscribe from the website or you can become a premium subscriber. You can also subscribe to my monthly newsletter at the bottom there, Inner Sanctum. Coast to Coast AM coming up on March 1st, 7th, 8th, and 23rd. I'll be hosting, or guest hosting, I should say. The YouTube channel for Strange Planet is at Strange Planet Radio. The Richard Syrett Show, my daily sort of news, politics, culture war show on Saga 960 in Toronto. The website there is therichardsyrettshow.com. The podcast is available everywhere and on YouTube at Richard Syrett 64.
Well, brother, I always enjoy talking to you. You're such a class act, and, you got the right voice. Man, I could listen to that all day. I will check. I think I'm going to download the Coast to Coast app for my house and just make Dana listen to it all day. Just turn it on, make her listen to it, make my kids listen to it. I've been driving with my daughters, and we look up. I go, that's chemtrails. Say chemtrails. I go, the government does that. The government puts it out. She goes, what is a government? I go, the government is an entity that basically makes the laws of the land that control and tell us how we can live our life. And she goes, it sounds like a monster. I go, it is a monster. Thank you, Richard, for coming on. Always a pleasure. Links down below.